Hello everyone, here's a first look at the Edinburgh Festival 2023. Hello everyone, how are you all? We're all happy and healthy and well, and welcome to a very chaotic Royal Mile. We're going to have a first look at the Fringe, which I think is a bit of a tradition now for me. It's chaos here today. Everything doesn't look as organised as it normally is. It's coming up for 1 o'clock in the afternoon. There's still vans and cars and everything driving down the Royal Mile, which is something to try to attempt, because there's nothing but people walking up and down it constantly. Normally there's stands for people doing street theatre and all these sort of novelty acts and things like that. They're not there this year, at least not yet. This is day one. It is day one, but still. It's good fun. Cars trying to get past. It's chaos here. But anyway, welcome to the mentalness that is the Edinburgh Festival. It's definitely getting busy. Look, there's a couple of bananas, and why not? Market Cross has got, I think there's a band there by the looks of it playing right now, as well as the Market Tours kicking off. So much traffic on the Royal Mile this year, right now. No idea why that is. They don't usually have any traffic on the Royal Mile at this time of day during the Fringe. You maybe get the odd thing out with the Fringe, but definitely not now. And they're really having trouble moving about the cars. The bananas are getting on TV, no surprise there. So, as always, the Royal Mile is in full swing. It feels a little bit more chaotic than normal, I've got to say. It doesn't feel like, I don't think they've got everything quite set up yet. They've not got the point set up for, what do you call it, the street theatres, so there's a lot of things just at certain points. However, I'll point them out to you. They do have times on some of the boards that are there, nothing's written on, so I'm guessing the more street theatre organised kind of thing is starting a little bit later. So let me show you what I mean. This is what I mean, these signs here. You can see today's performances, there's not a lot written on them right now, so I'm guessing this is where they're going to have these street theatre points, which like this gentleman has just decided to do anyway, which is definitely a point where they normally happen. But it doesn't look like they've got it up and running properly yet. Like I said, day one, not even the first 3-4 hours of the place starting yet. So anyway, you can see the Royal Mile is full on, and I've been here for a little while. It's a little bit chaotic. Let's start to head towards some of the venues and see what they're like. So as always, if you're looking for a certain venue to do with the Fringe, they should have one of these signs on them, a number, which will help you identify it. It really feels a little bit chaotic here today, but you can see up here as well. It's not just the Fringe, there's many festivals. The International Festival is on, which is really the one that kicked it off, and the Fringe is the one that everyone knows about now. Because the International Festival was set up not long after the war, 47, if I remember correctly, 1947. And it was inviting acts and artists from all around the world, kind of help the world recover from World War II, and definitely help Edinburgh and Scotland recover and bring arts and joy and fun to the world. And when the International Festival started, now I'm going to might get this wrong, but I think it was six different theatre companies just decided to come up and do their own thing as well, nothing to do with the International Festival. And that was the start of the Fringe Festival. Just people come in who aren't well-known international acts of any sort, just wanting to show what they can do and have a little bit of fun. And now the Fringe is arguably way more mainstream, although the acts aren't, if that makes sense. The organisation of it is mainstream and the acts that are playing aren't. But still, both of them are big. I'm going to avoid up there like the plague, because for showing you the first look at the Fringe, there's really no reason to go up there right now. Nothing's on apart from people going to have a look at the castle. The tattoo will obviously be there in the evening. It's not the evening, so let's go have a look, a peek down at Victoria Street, see how busy that is. I know I said I was going to go have a look at some of the venues. We will. It's just I want to make sure we've seen everything here first. Even churches become venues. Churches, graveyards. I don't think it's actually... I think everything's probably become a graveyard. I know a bus became a graveyard once. You just got on the bus and you wandered. No, the bus became a graveyard. This is the highly intelligent commentary you're getting from me today. A bus became a graveyard. Maybe. But I'm sure a bus became a venue once and it drove around town. I'm sure there was one once where you were in the back of a truck. So you got on the truck and you got the show and you didn't know where you were going to end up in town a few years ago. That's going back a bit, but I do remember that. And here we are, Bristol Square, the start of the main sort of venue area. Here we are, Pleasance Dome, as I said. That over there, I don't know if you remember, a couple of weeks ago when we had Edinburgh Prepares. It has prepared and it is here. And I was right, here's the box office for the Underbelly right here for any of the shows. Now if you'll be able to get tickets from any of their venues, not just right here, because they'll have a couple of other spots around town. I have to say, this area is not as busy as the Royal Mile was right now. I have to say, this is the bit I really love. As much as it's all, you know, busy and hectic, and I'm not going to lie, expensive. Drinks are expensive, there's no getting around that, but the atmosphere of just sitting here, having a drink, taking in all the artists as they have a break, you never know who you might see, just sitting down, having a drink, having a chill. I love it. I genuinely love it. It's one of my favourite times in the world. Gilded Balloon, I haven't been in there for a long time, but I used to love hanging out in there during the Fringe. So from just where we were, right where, Bristol Square, where Underbelly has got 4 different venues in the Gilded Balloon right here. Then you walk along what is sometimes a gauntlet of just people handing flyers to you, as close as there is to a gauntlet, apart from the Royal Mile, which is just... there's a game on the Royal Mile where you're trying to get as many flyers as possible, or the opposite game where you try to just get none. Like, if someone offers you a flyer, you have to take it, but you try to walk about with a face that tells people not to give you a flyer. But yeah. We'll go have a look inside George Square Gardens. It's one of those things where if it's the same as the Pleasance courtyard, they don't let you film with your camera, but I can film with my phone. Random rule. Here we are. This is again another place I just love to hang out. This Pleasance Courtyard, the Assembly, George Square and Pleasance Courtyard are two of my favourite places to just chill, have a drink and relax. I think this is why I love it, because these, apart from the sitting down chilling, these Spiegel tent, what do you call them, venues which they build here are just beautiful inside. Like, they are honestly stunning. I love the fact as well that they put all down the Astro stuff, the fake turf over the top of the grass, because they know at some point it's going to rain, and if they don't put that down, this will just become a mud pit. So many shows, like so many shows, and it's what I love about the place. It doesn't matter what type of theatre, what type of show you enjoy, I can guarantee there is a show on that is right up your street. And there's names as well, and some of you might not recognise them, but there's big British comedians here and Irish comedians, and they're Australian, they're brilliant distraction, they're so funny. If you ever get a chance to watch some of their stuff on YouTube, you really have to. And then right next door to it we have Underbelly at the Fringe. This is another pop-up venue here in the gardens. I love this big upside down inflatable cow. Well, it's not inflatable, but upside down cow. And here it is. I love it. I love it. That's the way into it, just in case you wonder. And it's a big venue. It's a big stage and seats. And you can just come and you can chill and you can watch a show, and again, you can relax in the gardens. Look at that. Look at that. How can you not love that big upside down beautiful purple cow? Okay, so we've done the Mile, we've done Bristol Square, we've done Assembly George Square, we've done Underbelly. I think we have to go to the Pleasance as well to have a little look, and then we'll head back to the Royal Mile, see if things have calmed down a little bit. And here we are at one of my favourite places, the Pleasance Courtyard. I genuinely love this. Oh, the festival is back. Look at this place. Surrounded by venues. People chilling, having drinks, shows. Oh, this is just my favourite. I just love it. Just love it. I love when that sign's back. Looks like they've got all of this properly covered as well, because let's face it, it is Edinburgh. And it rains all the time, but don't you just love it? Don't you just love the atmosphere? Can you not feel the atmosphere coming through the screen? However, £5.70 for a pint. We're going to head back up to the Royal Mile now. It's, what time is it now? What time is it now? It's Craig Hill doing his show, ex-Scottish Memories podcast guest. Remember to go check out my Scottish Memories podcast. It's 3 o'clock. I've been in town since 12. So hopefully the Royal Mile will have changed and there'll be a little bit more. It was very, very busy, but I'm hoping it's maybe got a little bit more organised now. I know that sounds a random thing to say, but a funny feeling that the proper street theatre organisation isn't going to start for a day or two yet, because it didn't look like they had the stages up for it yet. But still, let's go up and see what it's like. there you have it. It's been a random little look. I know it's been a little bit jumbled about and a bit of a montage and things like that, but sometimes that's the best way to show you what it feels like at the Fringe. This is really starting to feel like what I did pre-pandemic. It's busy, there's lots of people, lots of international faces, and I can hear so many different accents and voices. It's brilliant. I genuinely love it. And I know a lot of people in Edinburgh hate it, but I genuinely love it because you just have to embrace it. Expensive, I'm not going to lie. If you're coming, it's going to be expensive. If you want to see a lot of shows, it's going to be expensive. But you could come here and you could watch street theatre all day long, as long as you tip them, as long as you give them something. Don't just, you know, stand, watch and walk away when they say, this is my job. Give them something. But apart from that, I hope you've enjoyed the first look at the Fringe. If you have, please remember, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll try to get as much as I can over the festival and show you as much as I can. But, till next time, bye humans.